Yeah, it was good, really good. We talked about the priority being the paint. Still gave up quite a few paint points, more than we wanted to. Those led to high volume of free throws as well. But the big key also was the transition. We took care of that area, limited the fast break points, forced them to play more of a half court game. Grind it out for points. And they made some tough plays, but that second quarter defense was big for us. Another high deflection night, and I thought guys, really just exerted the energy, played with some purpose, and I thought in general the communication was where it should be.
I know they got out of it pretty well. I think it was a 10-point run, but the lead did get down to 9 in the third quarter. What did you see there again coming out of the half?
Well, the team's going to make runs, and we wound up even for the quarter. We had some great looks, I think, before that first time out. Just didn't make them, and the whole message was just stay with the process. Keep generating the right types of shots. Obviously, we got to get some stops, which we wound up doing, but we didn't let it get us sideways. Still played the right way. Played with the right amount of purpose, and it's just overall a great team win at the end of a long trip. Yeah, bench was unbelievable. They've shown Spurs for us, so far this young season, and to see it, in significant stretches, it's comforting to know that you got guys who can come in and impact the game, offensively, defensively, stem the tide, hold off runs, and that shows a lot of character for guys who hadn't to this point gotten a lot of minutes, but they were ready when their number was called and responded well. Yeah, he's played that way the bulk of his career. Plays fast. They hit handbacks, quick shooting off pin downs, hunts threes in transition. I think his activity just causes a lot of confusion, puts a lot of pressure on defenses. With his ability to stretch the floor a little bit with his three and shoot it quickly, that opens up a lot of things. The cutting. Puts a lot of pressure on that back line because you're always worried about slips, guys rolling out of situations because you got to be up to touch with him. And he's shown it, his whole career. But I think, playing with that pace, especially with that second unit, it opens up the floor for those guys.
West Friday night home game against the 𝗠𝗢𝗡. What do you guys have to do to get ready for that game? Obviously, it's a tournament game, 9 days on the road, basically. What do you guys have to do to get ready for that?
Well, I think it's tough. I mean, it's a long trip. Sometimes that first game back feels like another road game. They're going to make some adjustments. I anticipate them coming out with a degree of physicality. They're going to heighten that area. They're going to put more pressure on us. We got to be able to match that. So, great win tonight, but we certainly don't want to rest on that. We got to make sure we're attacking it with the same mindset, same amount of purpose. And if we do that, I think we'll give ourselves a chance to come away with another one.
I know you talked to Megan about it this morning, but with the season starting, how do you imagine balancing those guys, especially Gino, who's played quite a bit?
Yeah, I think I'll have those discussions with Will and see. I think it's important those guys get reps. You can't simulate that in practice, and they have played, a little bit for us thus far, but you want them to have meaningful stretches and see what they can do at different positions, putting them in different spots. That experience, I think, is something you just can't orchestrate other than going through it. So I think it's important those guys get an opportunity to play.
What did you like most about that win?
Just that it was a team win. I think, without the bench, we got to give some credit to the bench because they played phenomenal tonight, did a great job the entire night, whether it was Gallo, Bilal coming in playing defense, Delon giving us a boost, Shamit bringing us a boost. Those guys were huge for us, and they really propelled the win for us. So,
I wanted to ask you about 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓. What do you feel like he could be for this team? I know he obviously has a reputation, but how could he grow in this roster?
I really love how we closed the first half with him out there. I think it just, adds more spacing out there. Guys can't really hug up, and he's a proven vet. He's played in the playoffs. He played on every team he's been on. Has been a winning team. So. He brings that element to this organization and ball club. So,
What do
you guys have to do playing the same opponent Friday to get ready for an in-season tournament game? Kind of bounce back against them after being on the road for a while?
It's going to be a tough game. We just played them, and coming off of probably a 10-day road trip. That first game back is always a little grouchy. So, we gotta bring it. We gotta be ready to play, and it's huge. It's an in-season tournament game, and even beyond that, it's a really pivotal game for us because if we can get a win, we can feel really good about ourselves going into Toronto, Brooklyn, and Dallas. So.
Big night for the bench. What was working
Yeah.
well for you guys?
We just had a lot of energy in the ball. We got some stops. I just feel like that was the main thing. Getting stops and being able to, we had Corey and Landry out there shooting it, Gallo, BC. We all played well together. Kuzma was with us sometimes. So I think we did a good job of having ball movement and trusting each other.
What did you make of the 3-point defense?
Ours?
Yeah.
I don't even know the answer. I don't know the details, but.
6 for
Oh,
20?
good. Because I feel like 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗧𝗏, he stayed in the pick and roll a lot, so he was looking to attack. Wasn't too many passes out from him. So I guess we did a good job of that, kind of letting him score and kind of fanning out.
Stats here. Having a bunch of vets on the bench with you guys, does that help having kind of a bunch of guys who've been around the league who've played big minutes for other teams?
For sure. We have a lot of, we're trying to work in some of the young guys, but also we do have a lot of vets on this team. Losing by 20 those past 5 games is unacceptable. That's not a good feeling. So, the vets, we have to do a better job of just bringing everybody together and making sure everybody's on the same page.
You guys kind of fell into the third quarter slower start this time again, but how did you get out of it? What was the difference this time?
Yeah, back to the first half. We same recipe we had in the first half. Moving the ball, getting stops, getting steals, blocks, whatever it took to win. We pretty much did, and we've been having slow starts in the third, but it's all a learning curve.
First in-season tournament game at home tomorrow or on Friday. What are you expecting from the crowd at Capital One Arena?
Hopefully it's a good crowd. We play Charlotte again, so hopefully they come out and support and give us much needed energy because we definitely need the crowd to be there and need their support.